there, fellow collectors. Shuki here, and Bella. Bella's here too. And I did the thing that I said many times that I wasn't going to do, and that is start a Patreon. Woo! Yeah. So, long story short, revenue sucks. It is very much in the gutter. Because, I mean, YouTube is a fickle witch. It is not stable by any means, unless you're one of the big boys. And I'm a big boy, I'm not one of the big boys. I vented frustrations here on YouTube. I've vented frustrations on Twitter and between friends. And as much as I personally feel like there's a stigma when it comes to Patreon and toy-related content, because, I mean, I go out every week, and I buy new things, either for the collection or for the channel, and so, personally, when I see that, I'm like, hey, if I was giving this guy $5 a month to up his channel, he's just using his money to go buy this Transformer that he's never going to review, and that's just kind of where my mind was. But at the same time, I've been told many times by many fans that this operation costs a lot to keep going, especially with Bandai Japan like continuously upping their prices for everything. Like, I had to cut the Build Change Rider series figures because they were $28 a pop almost, and for that price I could get an entire Soto set, which fulfilled my desire for figures more than those, and so I had to drop that line, and so I had people going, oh, where are the Build Change Rider series figures? And I had to go, well, they're too expensive. And same with some of the premium items that I passed on. Like, I'm not getting the Smash full bottle set because they don't do anything, so I'm not getting those. I didn't get the Gabu Gabu revolver and Brave Kyoryugen because of money reasons, and I really want to bring those in. Same with the SP license. I do have the Master license coming, but same with the SP license, and so there's a lot of items that I can't take a look at because I just don't have the funds to get them along with the main build toys and the main Lupin Ranger vs. Pop the Ranger toys and the main Ultraman toys, and I basically almost eliminated Power Rangers from the channel completely, which is something I didn't particularly want to do because, one, the Power Ranger videos do rather well considering that the toys are very bad, but Power Rangers is a mainstay of my life. It's something I'm very passionate about, and I like reviewing those toys, even if they're terrible, but I pretty much had to eliminate those entirely because, again, of money reasons, and now that everything is down lower on YouTube more than ever, it's become quite the balancing act of keeping up with everything for the channel while also making sure that I can keep up with the bills and the house payments and the food. And food for these little poopers. Get in the frame, Bella. There you go. There you go. I love these little poops. I love them. But anyway, Zeus is down there. But yeah, so things are in a very bad place. So here I am trying Patreon one more time. There might be some negative backlash from this, but it's a risk that I'm willing to take because I want to keep providing for this channel. I've put out a video every day this entire month at 12 o'clock on time, and that makes me feel super happy and super optimistic for the future. And I want to keep being able to provide that and keep providing videos of all the latest Tokusatsu toys for you guys. And with that, I just need a little more. And so here we are with Patreon. Now, I set mine up with a couple different tiers, as most Patreon people do. And so I have the support tier for $1 a month, very basic stuff. You get access to the Patreon-only feed that has updates, and kind of I'll be posting there what to expect the next day since I don't have an active schedule up anywhere anymore. That'll be on that Patreon feed. And of course your name will be listed in the credits of every video, either before or after the end slate. I haven't quite figured out where it is going to go. I think before. So I'll have a little card with all the names of my Patreon supporters on there. For $5, I have the Ranger tier. And that one is everything from the previous tier, plus you'll be entered into the monthly giveaway. Now, what I'm giving away that month will depend on how much is coming in through Patreon. So about maybe 10 to 20% of whatever comes in through Patreon will be spent on the giveaway that month. And that giveaway will either be a new hot item, like something from Lupin Ranger vs. Pot Ranger, maybe the Versus Changer. Will be a nice little start if we can get up there that quick. Or something that I purchased for review that I don't particularly want to keep in my collection that I'll pass along via the giveaways. Like if there's a like an Ultraman item I don't particularly want to keep, or a Power Ranger item, or a set of Power Ranger things I don't particularly want to keep. If the winner would like, they're more than welcome to that as well. So it's going to be a lot of winner-orientated things sometimes as well. So the $5 entry gets you an entry into the giveaway. The Rider tier will give you all of the same perks as the Ranger tier. However, it's a little more money. You'll get an additional entry into that monthly giveaway. So the Rider tier gives you a little bit extra than the Ranger tier. Now, for $15, I have the Ultra tier, and that one is all the same as the previous ones. However, you get a vocal shout-out at the end of every video, so while that slate is... Can I help you? Okay. So while that slate is on the screen, I'll be vocalizing the people of the Ultra tier and then the next tier up. So speaking of, that is the Megazord tier, and that tier has, again, everything that the Ultra tier has. Plus, you'll be able to join in every month for a exclusive Megazord tier Skype or Discord or even Google Hangouts. I haven't really picked one yet. Chat with me, so you and any of the other Megazord tier patrons will be joining me once a month at a kind of random day. I'll have to figure out a day that'll work for everybody. And we will just kind of hang out. You can ask me questions. You can watch an episode of something if that's what y'all want to do. Whatever works. But I thought it'd be cool to hang out with some of you guys that want to dump the $25 Megazord tier slot. Not expecting a lot of people to do that, or anybody to do that really, but it's there as an option for those that want to go all out. So those are the different tiers that I have. They are gonna fluctuate a little bit depending on other things. If I get really ahead of the game, I might introduce a kind of watch a video a day in advance sort of thing. Right now, I'm kind of working on a schedule that doesn't quite allow that, but we're getting there slowly but surely. But for those of you that don't want to be restricted to Patreon's monthly sort of system, if you just kind of go off of paycheck to paycheck and you might not have enough money to donate, but you still want to help, I've also set up a Ko-fi. I'm going to call it coffee because that's what it basically is. And that is basically just a little like online tip jar. And for $3, you can just toss it into the jar. And that's basically how it works. They call it buy me a coffee, like the drink. So a coffee is around $3, give or take, in the US here. So everything works off of how many coffees that you are giving a creator. So for $3, you can give them one coffee. And of course, that money, just like the money that comes in through Patreon, will be spent on kind of leveling the financials here to get all of the toy releases that I possibly can for the channel here for you guys to see, as well as all the other content like the top 5s and the top 10s and the rambles and the audio reviews and stuff like that. All the other content that I want to bring to this channel that might take just a little bit extra in terms of software or hardware or anything like that. I do very much need a new computer because this one can't do much of anything. It can't stream. It can barely edit, hence why I'm editing on my laptop nowadays, because the big guy is just slowly dying. R.I.P., buddy. So that is that. I didn't really particularly want it to come to this, but this January despite the fact that I put out a video every day, is the lowest income month I have had in probably 4 or 5 years. Whenever I started getting paid, so 4 years, I believe. So yeah, it's really bad. So here we are. A lot of fans have been asking me about ways to support me, and I finally just bit the bullet. So there will be links down in the description below to the Patreon and to that Ko-fi page for those of you that would rather do that. But huge thanks to everyone that does help. If you can't help, that is perfectly okay. It is not a requirement. There will never really be any major exclusive content for the Patreon guys. Anything that goes up there that is exclusive to Patreon will all just be behind the scenes kind of nonsensical little things that I want to throw up for people. So no need to worry about that. If you can't donate, I fully understand. Times are definitely tough right around now. So if you can't, I understand. But if you do, all the love in the world. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you can't donate, thanks for watching. Watching, of course, as always, does help a ton. And sharing and liking and all of that typical YouTube nonsense definitely helps as well. So huge thanks to everybody. I appreciate your support. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great one. Bye.